could start? All right. Hi, everybody. Thanks for showing up today. I feel like I've already gotten applause, so it's already been a success. So y'all are probably here to learn about privacy-enhanced advertising, or maybe you're interested in learning about secure data collaboration that doesn't require any kind of data movement, or perhaps you're interested in the donuts that are right outside, which are delicious. But regardless of what brought you here, our hope today is to give you a sense of some of the AWS data collaboration tools and how the Amazon Ads, Amazon Marketing Cloud, Amazon Publisher Cloud, and our customers are making those tools work for them. I'm Talia Camaro. I'm the head of product for AWS Cleanrooms. Later on stage, I'm going to be joined by James, the principal PM from Amazon Ads, June, the CEO and founder of Xmars, and Dan, the SVP of Advertising, Analytics, and Insights at DIRECTV. So logistics first. We're going to start out by talking a little bit about secure data collaboration and what's going on across industries. Then we're going to dive into AWS Cleanrooms specifically, and I'll touch a little bit at the end of my section on advertising use cases from a data collaboration perspective. Then James is going to come tell you a little bit more about Amazon Ads, Amazon Marketing Cloud, and Amazon Publisher Cloud. And then June and Dan are going to come up and give you some examples of how they are making these technologies work for their businesses. Before I dive into the content, I want to just get a sense of the room. I'm going to ask you all to raise your hands if you're part of an organization that is doing some kind of data collaboration today. It doesn't have to be secure or privacy enhanced, some kind of data collaboration. Okay, cool. So I was hoping that many of you would raise your hands, and many of you did, so thank you for cooperating in that way. The truth is that data collaboration is happening everywhere, and it's happening across industries. In the pharmaceutical world, you have pharmaceutical companies working with healthcare organizations to fine-tune diagnostic tools and create new medicines. In the banking world, you have banks and payment processors working together to root out fraud. In the advertising world, which we're going to talk a lot about today, you have advertisers and publishers collaborating to create lists of customers that are likely to buy the advertiser's brand. So good target customer lists. In general, across these industries, these organizations believe that data is power and that enriching your data by being able to analyze a collective data set increases the value and strength of that data. In fact, by 2027, it's predicted that over 80% of the top 5,000 organizations globally will be doing some kind of data collaboration. And over the same time period, so by 2027, some sources predict that the very existence of data will explode by 2x 2023 levels. So you have all these people wanting to collaborate on data. You have an increase in the amount of data that's available. But there are some challenges. The biggest challenge is how to collaborate in a way that protects consumer privacy and also protects business intellectual IP. From a privacy legislation already covers 79% of the world's population, which is a huge percentage. And even ignoring privacy legislation for a minute, if you think about the way that consumers are thinking about how they expect organizations to use their data, how protective of their data they expect to be, how transparent they want organizations to be with customer data, there's been a real shift in the last 5 to 10 years. So on the one hand, you have this explosion of data and a consistent growing desire to collaborate on that data from organizations' perspective. And you also, on the other hand, have this need to be respectful and thoughtful about how to protect customer data, how to protect business IP. And it was that problem that AWS Cleanrooms was ultimately built to solve. AWS Cleanrooms was built to allow companies to experiment and innovate across collective data sets without ever having to actually move or share the underlying raw data. Our customers use AWS Cleanrooms to create secure data collaborations in minutes often, so that they can collaborate with companies to generate unique target lists, better understand their own customers, et cetera. So most of my job today is to help you understand how AWS Cleanrooms works. And for that, I'm going to have architecture diagrams. So I'll go through kind of a few different versions of this, but I wanted to start at a fairly basic use case of SQL queries. So in this diagram, you have two AWS accounts, one on the left and one on the right. AWS cleanrooms can support multiple collaborators, but for ease, it's easier to talk about two. Both collaborators have their data stored in Amazon S3, and they've both cataloged their data using AWS Glue Data Catalog. Once the collaboration is created, each collaborator, each data owner, is going to configure a table in AWS Cleanrooms. And when they configure the table, they're going to provide the AWS Cleanroom service with access to their data. They're going to provide access to their schema so that whoever's writing the query, running the analysis, can better understand their partner's data set. And they're going to set a number of privacy-enhancing rules on how their data is allowed to be used. For example, they can choose to restrict which columns in their data are output as part of the analysis. Once the analysis is run, the service is going to spin up a data collaboration. It's going to process the query to ensure that the query adheres to all of the privacy-enhancing rules that both parties have set. It's going to read the data so that it can run the analysis, and then it's going to output the results to the chosen customer's S3 bucket, ultimately deleting any data that was used in the process of running the analysis. Okay, so before I move on, I'm just going to simplify this visual. Great, you'll see later why I felt like I needed to do that. It's ultimately up to the collaborators who receives the results of the analysis. And there's actually some cases where it makes sense for one collaborator to receive the results for a first query and a different collaborator to receive the results for a second query. For example, in advertising, you might have an advertiser that wants to assess the scale of their audience and run an aggregate query on a joint advertiser-publisher data set to ensure that their audience can be big enough that it's valuable to create it, before they then run a second query that creates the audience and ultimately deposits the customer list into the publisher's S3 bucket. So the advertiser would have to receive the first query, and the publisher would have to receive the second. It's also flexible who runs the query. So you could have, and to stick with our advertising example, you could have the advertiser run the first query, you could have a publisher run the second query. Maybe it's moving from a measurement use case to an audience use case, et cetera. So those are the basics, but I want to get a little bit more complex, and now you can probably see why I wanted to simplify the slide. So in a few weeks ago, we released this new capability called Cleanrooms ML Custom Models. And what custom models allows our customers to do is actually bring a model into the clean room so that they can train the model in the clean room, or they can run batch inference using the model. This capability to allow our customers to train their models on data sets that they would never otherwise have access to without actually having to share their proprietary models is, I think, really exciting. And this is one of the things that I think is really unlocking new use cases for our customers. And actually, June, I think, is going to talk about an example of this later in this presentation. Essentially, the way this works is that when preparing their data, customers will follow a similar flow. Their data will be in an S3 bucket. They'll catalog it using AWS Glue Data Catalog. They'll configure a table with all the appropriate privacy-enhanced settings, all for their data. And then they'll follow a similar flow for the model. So the participant who owns the model is going to containerize their model. They're going to create a model algorithm in the context of a clean room collaboration. They're going to set a number of privacy-enhancing collaboration settings on that model algorithm. And then they can choose to either train the model in the context of the collaboration, or they can choose to run batch inference. You're going to hear about an example of how our customers are using this today from June, but there's also going to be a chalk talk tomorrow on Cleanrooms ML custom models specifically, and we'll link to that at the end of the session. So if for no other reason than interest in learning more, you can stick around to hear where the chalk talk is tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to simplify this because, again, we're going to build on it a little bit later. So at this point, I've talked about why folks across industries want to collaborate. I've talked about AWS Cleanrooms and how it works. But the last thing that I wanted to touch on is to just go into a little bit of detail on advertising data collaborations specifically. In advertising, there are really kind of 4 key use cases that advertisers tend to think about and tend to optimize for when they're thinking about data collaboration. Those are planning, activation, measurement, and optimization. When advertisers are planning, they're typically evaluating media, they're running queries to create custom audience lists, they're using their models to create custom audience lists, and then in the activation step, they're activating those plans. So they're pushing the audience to the publisher, or in the case of clean rooms, dropping the resulting customer lists, resulting audience target list in the publisher's S3 bucket. And then in the measurement stage, they're evaluating how successful their advertising spend was. So they're going to take a look at who saw the ad on the publisher's website and evaluate whether or not those people went and did the thing that the advertiser was hoping they'd do. And then they're going to optimize throughout that whole process. So update the media evaluation using the measurement results, update the audience using the measurement results, reactivate, et cetera. Just as an example, you can imagine a shoe brand that wants to work with a social media network. And so the shoe brand might start to work with the social media network by running kind of a joint analysis to understand the overlap in customers that they think are likely to convert to the shoe brand, so buy shoes in this case. Then they might, once they're satisfied with whatever analysis or model they've used to create the target audience list, activate that audience with the social media network. And now they're spending money. Our shoe brand is spending, say $100,000 with our social media network to show their ads to all the people and next to the content that they've decided to show their ads next to. Once they've run ads for a month or 3 months or $100,000, there's a bunch of different sort of pause moments for advertisers depending on the brand. They might evaluate that spend. So if they spend $100,000, they might be hoping to make sure that they got at least $200,000 in shoe purchases, or that they hit a certain number of website visits, or in some cases, just that they're, that customers that saw their ads feel more positively about their brand and so are more likely to buy their shoes in the future. Once they have those measurement results, they can then optimize. They can fine-tune their audience, they can reevaluate their media plan, et cetera. I think that the kind of advertising use cases, like the 4 use cases that I just went through, are fairly straightforward and relatable. But with advertising, just like across other industries, there is a massive amount of data and there's a massive amount of fragmentation. So in the advertising space, each year there are 5.3 trillion display ads shown online, and that's just display. So it's not video ads, it's not the interstitial pop-ups that we all love. So there's a huge volume of ads. And then in the midst of that, there's also all this fragmentation with where customers see ads and where customers buy products. For example, in the US, it was just Black Friday. I would imagine that many of you shopped on your phones. Maybe you also shopped on your work computer. Perhaps some of you are a little bit innovative in the CTV space and you bought through your Roku or through your CTV device. And advertisers have to be able to meet customers, their consumers, wherever they are, both in terms of showing them ads and in terms of recouping and evaluating who saw the ads and whether or not they actually purchased the product that the advertisers were attempting to get them to purchase, or did the thing that advertisers were trying to get them to do. Since advertisers need to be able to do all of this collaboration securely without sharing customer data, and publishers typically also don't want to share customer data, we're seeing advertisers and publishers and their partners increasingly come to AWS clean rooms to do that kind of collaboration securely. Okay, before I hand over to my colleague James from Amazon Ads, I wanted to sort of take the last 2 things I went through and put them together. So this is an example of a use case where an advertiser is using Cleanroom's ML custom models to create an audience list. So that's the planning stage that I just talked about, and then activate that list. So drop that audience list into the publisher's S3 bucket. In this case, if we stick with our shoe brand social media network example, you can imagine that the shoe brand has created and trained a predictive model that, when fed data about a given publisher's users and how the publisher's users are interacting with that publisher site, is able to come up with a list of customers from that publisher site that it thinks are likely to buy shoes. Maybe it's people that are really into sports content, for example. So in this case, our social media network, the publisher, is providing ad content and content logs, so information about their users, into the Cleanrooms collaboration. The advertiser, the shoe brand, is bringing a predictive model, and then once the inference job has been run, a target audience list is created for activation and dropped in our social media network's S3 bucket. Okay, so I think at this point I've covered the fact that data collaboration is happening across the board, across industries, and the need for secure data collaboration is only growing. I talked a little bit about AWS clean rooms and how it works and why we're seeing some of our customers turn to AWS clean rooms for secure data collaboration. And then I lastly touched on advertiser use cases and the core 4 of them being planning, activating, measuring, and optimizing. And so with that, I'm going to introduce you all to my illustrious colleague, James Sullivan from Amazon Ad.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That's me. Hey, everyone. Thank you, Talia. How's Vegas? All right, cool. I love advertising. I love advertising so much that I've spent my entire career, almost 15 years, in this industry. I'm not Don Draper. This isn't Mad Men or Madison Avenue. My name is James Sullivan. I'm a technologist. This is Vegas, and I love advertising. And as a technologist in advertising, what Amazon's been building fascinates me. We are much more than a retailer, which you probably understand since you're at an AWS event. With Amazon Ads, we've been developing our solutions, businesses, and tools for over 12 years. Whether you're an advertiser, you're a publisher, or you're a partner, whether you sell products on Amazon or not, Amazon Ads has a solution for you. And at the heart of it is Amazon's demand-side platform, or ADSP, which connects businesses with consumers. With ADSP, you can find audiences or supply that connects and speaks to your brand. You could target them, set budgets, and measure the impact of your campaigns. With ADSP, you can connect with audiences on Amazon or off Amazon. With ADSP, you could achieve any of your marketing objectives, no matter what they are, in the marketing funnel, from awareness to consideration to acquisition to loyalty. ADSP connects with billions of signals, whether this is Twitch, music, Prime, or more. It also connects with consumers at various touch points in their consumer journey. Shopping, browsing, rooting for their favorite sports team. Let's go Jets. Mixed results on that one, all right. However, we also know that consumers spend time off of Amazon as well. You recall Talia's slide, where she talked about customers being everywhere and on everything all the time. So how do we connect this fragmented consumer journey? The answer is data. With first-party data, you could determine patterns in the consumer journey. You could use those patterns to optimize your business. And with first-party data, you could build a measurement foundation that can work with regulatory challenges that come our way. And to help customers with their first-party data, Amazon Ads has been developing a couple of really core technologies. For advertisers, we have Amazon Marketing Cloud, or AMC as we call it. For publishers, we have Amazon Publisher Cloud, or APC. With AMC, advertisers can combine their data with Amazon signals. On the left here, you have advertisers, and on the right, you have Amazon. Advertisers have information such as purchase history, off-Amazon events, and customer profile information, or more. At Amazon, we have signals such as ad attribution, shopping behavior, streaming behavior, and more. With AMC, you can get access to Amazon's richest, densest, and most granular insights. This includes event-grain signals across retail, advertising, and more. And now, with AMC on AWS Clean Rooms, we can join signals without those signals leaving the cloud environment, without them leaving AWS. No need to upload the data or send it around the internet. The data stays secure in the clean rooms collaboration in the cloud environment. All actions are transparent and controlled through what we call technical terms, which are really guardrails that enforce the users and the members of a collaboration to a certain set of rules that they can perform. Let's take a coffee shop as an example. The coffee shop has store purchase information. They also might have a loyalty program. They also might be an Amazon Ads advertiser. With AMC on AWS Cleanrooms, they can combine all of those signals to get really amazing and valuable insights. They can understand how many consumers saw an ad on Amazon and then purchased a coffee that day, that week, or signed up for a loyalty program. They can go a step further. They can understand which campaigns, creatives, targeting impacted their results and optimize their campaigns based on those insights. With AMC on AWS Cleanrooms, you could generate insights without the data leaving the cloud environment. You could leverage that data without compromising security or compliance. With AMC on AWS Cleanrooms, you get built-in capabilities such as machine learning and audience activation that can help you plan, activate, and manage your campaigns. And customers are seeing the results. For example, UNICEF saw a 366 performance improvement on ROAS, which is return on ad spend. And they did so using Amazon ads with AWS Cleanrooms. They were able to understand a path to purchase for their consumers, and they were able to use that path to optimize their business. In another example, we have Poppy. Poppy saw a 16x improvement in new-to-brand orders. They were able to leverage AMC to understand which users engaged with their brand, but didn't actually make a purchase. With AMC, they were also able to retarget those customers on ADSP, which drove those new-to-brand orders. The architecture slide that everybody loves. Okay, wrapping up AMC, before I go into APC, let's dive a little bit deeper. Advertisers request a collaboration from AMC. AMC and the customer, the advertiser, join a collaboration. AMC connects its signals. The advertiser brings their signals as well. Advertisers run analyses on these signals, and they get the results in their S3 bucket. They can use machine learning on top, which June is going to go into in just a little bit. Advertisers can also create audiences that they can activate on ADSP directly from the collaboration. Now that we talked about AMC, I also want to talk about the other cleanrooms environment that we have in Amazon Ads, Amazon Publisher Cloud, or APC. APC is the only service that we offer that allows for publishers to combine their signals with Amazon signals. With APC, publishers can bring their taxonomies, such as names, shows, minutes watched, and more, and join those with Amazon signals to find correlations in the data. For example, a publisher can find consumers in market for products and use that correlation to inform advertising and even content decisions with their articles and with their content. With APC, publisher signals remain secure. With APC, publishers can combine signals and get insights that they can't get anywhere else. And with APC, publishers get insights that enrich their story to their partners, that make their content more valuable, both for them as well as their partners. And customers are seeing the results. For example, Dotdash Meredith was able to leverage intent to buy signals and overlap that with 1.5 million articles. In doing so, Dotdash Meredith was able to prove that their content was a predictor to consumer behavior. Really powerful for Dotdash in their conversation with retail advertisers. Dotdash was able to increase their advertising partners' on-target campaign reach by 1.5x, and they saw a 19% more efficient cost per click. So how does it work? Publishers and Amazon join a collaboration. Both parties bring their signals into the collaboration. Publishers run analyses, and the results go to APS. where the publisher can then activate on ADSP. We're going to go into this in just a little bit with Dan when he comes onto the stage. But there's more. While we're super excited about what AMC can do and what APC can do, we're really excited about what happens when we bring these technologies together. In 2024, just recently, we did a proof of concept where we did such a thing. We were able to find publishers and advertisers, and publishers found audiences that advertisers cared about based on advertisers' inputted signals, based on the audiences that they were creating on ADSP. Publishers then created unique supply packages and audience packages based on those signals that they were able to package up and provide to the advertiser, which the advertiser was then able to activate on ADSP. And the advertiser was seeing great results, including a 2x lift in target audience reach and cost efficiencies of greater than 50%. I just threw a lot at you, and so I wanted to quickly recap what we had learned. First, party data is extremely valuable. When combined with Amazon Ads signals, you can create more value for your business. You can do so using AWS cleanrooms with AMC and APC. Advertisers, publishers, and their partners can improve their overall business using these technologies. And to talk about this a little bit more, I'm excited to welcome to the stage June. Welcome, June.
I think we're actually 3 minutes ahead of the schedule, so I'm going to leave that 3 minutes to you, Dan. Good morning, everyone. My name is June. I'm from Xmars. I'm very excited to be here today to share some advertisers' perspectives about AMC with AWS cleanrooms. Before we dive into our case studies, I just want to take some time to introduce Xmars for those who might not be familiar with what we do. Xmars is an AI-powered advertising platform for retail media. At the core of Xmars is our AI Copilot, which combines the power of AI and also the flexibility of manual control. That empowers our brands to strike the perfect balance between AI-driven optimizations and strategic oversight. And Xmars is also deeply integrated with AMC. We handle 60,000 plus API calls every month. So that empowers our brands to unlock the full potential of their data as well. Xmars also operates at a global scale. We manage 5,000 plus customers with 20,000 plus clients profiles. That also reflects our capability to support our clients across industries globally. I'm also very proud to share that Xmars is a award winner technology platform. In 2022, we were in the final list of technology innovation category. And in 2023 and 2024, we have been the winner for 2 consecutive years of the technology innovation category recognized by Amazon as globally. So that underscores our commitment to driving innovations and also delivering exceptional value for our clients. So in summary, I think Xmars is more than just a platform. It's a trusted partner for our clients. Why data cleanrooms? I think in today's data-driven world, data cleanrooms are becoming essential tools for brands navigating complex privacy and collaboration challenges. First and foremost, data cleanrooms are built to safeguard customers' sensitive data with advanced security protocols. The data has been handled in a compliant manner, also meeting privacy standards like GDPR and CCPA. That allows brands to collaborate with confidence and knowing their customers' and consumers' data is secure and is safe. And another key strength of data cleanrooms is the ability to enable effortless collaboration across different users. So it allows different users from different organizations or even businesses or even like teams to work and integrate data from diverse sources. Also, data clean rooms streamline the process of turning raw data into actionable insights with the high-speed processing. The businesses could analyze data much faster and more effectively, and that is done into streamlined insights. So as we explore the potential of combining AMC with the AWS clean rooms, we see how these tools together could revolutionize data security and analysis for businesses and brands. So AWS clean rooms enables the brands to access detailed and granular data without also their customers' data remaining PII information, personal identifiable information, remains protected. That means we can deep dive into data insights without compromising the consumer's privacy. And by combining AMC with AWS clean rooms, organizations could collaborate and analyze data without making additional efforts, so which is much more efficient and effective practice. And also, with the advanced capabilities of AWS clean rooms and powerful AMC analytics, brands could build sophisticated future-rich models with minimum data processing efforts. So by combining AMC with the AWS clean rooms, we're not just elevating data security, we're also creating a much smarter and much faster and privacy-first advertising solutions. This represents the customer modeling process as well as the framework. So it could be broadly divided into 3 key steps. The first step is data acquisition and aggregation. And the second step is about model building and training. And the last step is about audience creation and audience activation. So if we go back to the first step, as we're talking about audience acquisition and integration, AWS clean rooms provide a secure environment where data is standardized and anonymized. So that allows us to integrate data from diverse sources. This data size includes, but not limited to, campaign data from AMC, including clicks, conversions, and customers' behavior data and attributes data. And all this data size are stored in AWS data lake. And also there's ASI data, Amazon segmentation information from AMC as well. Also the client's first-party data we obtained from the brands through Xmars AWS accounts. So, and the next step is what we do is to leverage machine learning to create customer propensity models to predict the likelihood of customers converting in the future. So we will be able to formulate campaign strategies to maximize the advertising impact from the brand's budget. So by the training of the and optimization of the models, leveraging on some AWS services like SageMaker, Docker Container, and Elastic Container Repository. Also, there's services from AWS like CloudWatch to continuously monitoring and providing feedback to the models for consistent improvement. The last step is about audience creation and audience activation. This is where we leverage on the audience creation features from AMC. So we'll be able to apply the insights from the customer propensity models and create customized audience segments and then activate through Amazon DSP. This is how we're able to launch a personalized experience for the customers on behalf of the brands. So customer modeling, I think they utilize the full potential of AWS clean rooms in aspects of customer data integration, data protection, as well as model training, and also cross-party collaboration. So let's take a look how Xmars leverage AMC to create customer propensity models for our clients. What a job. The campaign objective was to acquire high-quality customers with precision and scale, and also to boost up the store visits and traffic and user engagement. And Waterdrop has a focus with customers on healthy, conscious, and tech-savvy consumers, as well as new users who are seeking innovative water purification solutions. The campaign has been running for 1 month in September because we have been seeing really amazing results. So we decided to resume the campaign. So it's actually still ongoing. Let's take a closer look in terms of exactly how we're transforming audience targeting with innovation, efficiency, and future potential, those 3 key areas. So at the core of innovation is our AI-powered precision. This is where we leverage machine learning algorithms like XGBoost and random forest to deliver and drive a precise segmentation. So brands like Waterdrop, they can target on high-propensity users to maximize the impact of every dollar from their advertising spend. And also, our approach includes data integration from multiple sources, like Amazon FSI and ASI data, as well as the client's first-party data. And scalable propensity models has been leveraged in our practice in the process as well, where the model automatically dynamically adjusts to the changes of the audiences just to make sure our targeting always remains accurate and relevant. Another key advantage of Xmars is the efficiency boost. Xmars actually managed to increase the efficiency of the entire process by 5 times, which means this is a much faster and more efficient data processing and integration process. That speed allows for real-time optimization with minimum human intervention, and also with dynamic optimization, we can optimize the campaign performance based on real-time data to make sure the campaign targeting always stay relevant and effective. And as a result, there's enhanced reach and conversions. If we look at the future, I think the potential is vast. Xmars is designed to be adaptive to market changes, and there's a AI-driven activation loop where there's actually is a self-learning system where the campaign automatically, consistently optimizing based on the data signals from the audiences, like the time and the location, and so we will be able to formulate that will be converted into more effective campaign strategies. And also, the model currently works pretty effectively for Amazon ads and for Amazon campaigns. And we're also thinking about the next step is to really go beyond Amazon. So we'll be able to provide cross-channel or cross-platform advertising solutions. Let's have a look at the campaign result as well. I think the campaign result demonstrate the effectiveness of the custom models in driving engagement and transaction values. So we have been seeing 34% increase in store visits through custom model audiences. And also there's a 24% higher average transaction value in comparison to one of the previous control groups. That reflects the importance of targeting the right audiences in driving much higher transaction value, and at the end of the day, it's going to be better ROI for the advertisers. What really surprised us in the process is that we have been only seeing 2.5% of reach overlap with the regular lifestyle audience segments available from Amazon DSP. So that indicates there's a huge potential in incremental reach from custom audiences of tapping into the new customers who probably previously has not been interacted or engaged with Waterdrop as a brand before. So as we conclude, let's now reflect on some of the key learnings here from leveraging AMC on AWS clean rooms. One of the most important outcomes from the practice is that the brand's concerns over data security has been addressed effectively. And also, as we integrating rich data sets like ASI, Amazon ASI, and FSI, and the client's first-party data. So this level of details really enables us to to create more accurate segmentation and more actionable insights. And also, AWS Clean Rooms has allowed us to create more seamless loop for automated data activation. It's actually an end-to-end system where drives precision, as well as efficiency and also scalability in advertising campaigns. So K-learnings of AMC on AWS Clean Rooms is not just creating a seamless process. It's not just addressing our challenges today, but also creating a model for the future that we can consistently enhance our privacy, enhance the modeling, as well as the advertising solutions. I will hand over to Dan to share more perspectives from the publisher side on Amazon Publisher Cloud.
Okay. Thank you, June. That was awesome. Hi, everybody. My name is Dan Rosenfeld. I am the Senior Vice President of Data and Analytics at DIRECTV Advertising. And I am so excited to be here and tell you what we've got cooking with APC on AWS Clean Rooms. But first, let me tell you a little bit about DIRECTV Advertising. At DIRECTV Advertising, we believe TV is TV. SVOD, live linear TV, AVOD, streaming. From a consumer perspective, it's all sight, sound, and motion video content that we want to watch. And from a marketer perspective, it is a vehicle in which to reach their consumers and get a message out. And at DIRECTV Advertising, we look to facilitate that for our customers, the marketers, the advertisers, in the most efficient and powerful way possible. We do this through investments in technology and innovation. I'm going to give a shout out to DIRECTV for being the first to enable dynamic ad insertion in live TV back in 2012. We created the addressable TV marketplace, which is now a multi-billion-dollar marketplace that is very, very strong. We are continuing to invest in technology and innovation for our customers and for our business, and that is why I'm here today, and that is why we have partnered so closely with APC and AWS Clean Rooms, because this is what we feel is the next leg in innovation for advertising. All of our products and services are underpinned by our first-party data. Our customers trust us to be good stewards of that data, and we use it to enable them to receive a better video experience by giving them more relevant advertising. But our first-party data is only as good as our partners in the ecosystem. And it is why AWS Clean Rooms is so essential for us in terms of preserving the value of our own first-party data. So why are we using data clean rooms? Well, not on the slide, but I'll tell you, there's demand, and we're going where the demand is. And that demand is coming out of marketers finding that audience fragmentation has become a major problem for them. The media space has exploded with digital channels. And those digital channels have different technology infrastructures, different data infrastructures. And for a marketer, an advertiser, to most effectively reach the customers they want to reach at the times they want to reach them, with the frequency in which they want to reach them, they need better data. And data clean rooms facilitate that for marketers and advertisers. And as a publisher, that is why we need to be on the other side of that to enable that for our business. Secondly, measurement. With this explosion in the media space, measuring all this activation with different data infrastructures and the different identity structures and the different technology infrastructures is very, very difficult for a marketer that wants to be everywhere, wants to advertise in television and doesn't really care that it's SVOD, AVOD, streaming, linear, live TV. They just want to move product or they want to drive brand awareness. And so measurement, the bar has been raised, and data clean rooms enable us to meet that bar. And then there's the privacy angle. And the regulators are only going one way. Nobody's on Capitol Hill saying, let's give customers less privacy. And the ratcheting up of the privacy regulations requires everyone in the advertising industry to wake up and make sure that the data they are using to enable advertising is compliant with law. And then there's the other piece. DIRECTV, we've got millions of customers that pay us money every single month for a premium video experience, whether it's on satellite or streaming, and they have entrusted us with their data. And we take that responsibility very seriously. We are not going to jeopardize that relationship with our customers to make a buck and be sloppy with their data. And so audience fragmentation, measurement, enhanced privacy has brought us, the publisher, to data clean rooms, and it's also brought the marketers to data clean rooms. So this may look a little bit familiar. Talia touched on this earlier, but at DIRECTV, we work with Amazon Publisher Cloud to help unlock the value of our supply. And use case number one, planning, we take our highly valuable first-party data and we get to join it with Amazon first-party data. And that is very, very valuable to us as a publisher and valuable to our advertising clients who can make use of that commingled data asset. Then we can activate seamlessly, frictionless, using those planning insights within the Amazon DSP. And lastly, we can close the loop with privacy-enabled, data-secure measurement. And we've got the architecture slide. James went through these earlier, but I'm going to tell you how we feel about it at DIRECTV. So on the DIRECTV side, we've got a couple of things on our side of the clean room. We've got our identities of our customers. Very, very valuable PII that we don't want anyone seeing. And we also have what I would argue is one of the best interest-based databases around. We have viewership data. We know what our customers are interested in. We know what they're passionate about. We know the things that they love, and they are not telling us this through filling out surveys. They are voting with the time they are spending engaging with content. And so we can tell that if somebody is really into sports or they really like lifestyle programming because it's all Bravo all the time. And these insights are valuable insights for our advertising and marketing clients. And then on the other side is APC, God bless them, has made Amazon Signal available to us for planning use cases and for our marketing clients. And so then we make a commingled segment that hopefully is a golden segment that is going to drive the objectives of our marketer client and activate it through the Amazon DSP. So now I'm going to give you an example of really what our go-to market with the Amazon Publisher Cloud and AWS Cleanroom technology is. I'm going to sit on this slide for a second. Imagine you've got a home improvement store that's got stores from coast to coast, and they're opening a new store in Phoenix, and they're just entering the Phoenix market, and they're shaking in their booties. We spend a ton of money opening up this store. We got to get people in the store. We got to drive brand awareness, and we have to drive foot traffic. And so the DIRECTV advertising sales team can go into this home improvement store, the advertiser, and say, do we have an idea for you? We can take our customers and look at their viewership and take all those heavy viewers within the Phoenix market of home improvement programming, of which there is a ton. And so we've identified a passion, people who care about home improvement programming. And then we can also wrap Amazon first-party purchase intent data of people who are in the market for home improvement products. And then we have a golden segment of people to target that is going to drive customers' awareness and foot traffic into the stores. And guess what? We'll be able to measure it on the back end, all in a data-secure, privacy-compliant way where there is no physical movement of data. And so when you are measuring the outcomes of this campaign, and you're trying to attach this person saw an ad, walked into the store, and then bought 10 drills, now you've got your first-party data in the mix. You can be confident that home improvement store, that your first-party data is not going to be compromised, that it's going to be safe and data secure and compliant with law, and nobody gets sued. I've got a case study for you guys. We did a campaign with an advertiser close to my heart. Amazon Prime Video was promoting Thursday Night Football. They got into the football game. I think it's going really, really well. And I like to think that DIRECTV had a big part of that. And I'm going to show you with data that we did. So objective number one, test APC's ability to join data against DIRECTV's ad exposure data within the AWS cleanroom. Spoiler alert, we achieved it. Objective number two, drive and measure conversions to Thursday Night Football. Okay, so we've used APC in the AWS cleanroom, and we've got a segment we've activated, and guess what? We've got DIRECTV customers who are now seeing ads for Thursday Night Football. And the question is, did those ads induce them to go to Amazon Prime Video and tune into Thursday Night Football? We had an advantage, though, because we used a segment of DIRECTV customers who love the NFL. So we got the targeting right. Now we're going to check out the measurement. Did this actually work? So what we found was using the AWS cleanroom through the Amazon Publisher Cloud technology, we had a 30% higher match rate of DIRECTV exposure data versus standard logs, and a 2.6x greater amount of conversions, those people who saw the ad and then actually came and watched Thursday Night Football on Amazon Prime Video. Now, let's think about this for a second. 2.6x more conversions. Got to meditate on that. So there weren't actually more people who saw the ad and then tuned into Thursday Night Football. The measurement was more accurate because of the use of the technology. The former measurement was undercounting the number of people who actually saw the ad and then tuned into Thursday Night Football. And what does this mean for Amazon Prime Video, the advertiser, the marketer? They have more accurate intelligence to optimize, to know what's working and what's not. And so it was very successful. They did a great job, whoever that was. It was a very, very successful campaign. And I want to talk now a little bit about the insights APC is providing to DIRECTV as an ad sales division going into market. Again, I'm going to tie this back to the DIRECTV advertising go-to-market. Now that we have all of our data available in the AWS clean room and APC makes all of these signals available to us, we can learn more about our audiences, learn more about our supply so we can be more effective sellers of that supply and be better partners with our advertising customers. And, so we got thousands and thousands of segments available to us of Amazon first-party data, and these are just a couple up here on the slide of DIRECTV customers over index. NFL fans. But international travelers, that was new to me. Now, as part of our go-to-market, we can go to airline carriers who have international routes, ROUTES, and we can say, guess what? We got a plan for you. What we can do is we can take a segment of our customers who are watching a lot of travel content, Anthony Bourdain reruns or Travel Channel. There's a whole set of content that fits the bill in terms of a traveler enthusiast. And then we can take the international traveler Amazon signal and we can bring that together. And if you want to go really nuts, we can bring you, airline carrier with international route, your first-party data into the mix also. And we can create a golden segment to activate through the Amazon DSP that is going to drive ticket sales for you. And then we can measure it. Again, using APC, the AWS clean room, AMC, all in the mix. And it's all done in a data-secure, privacy-compliant, and privacy-respectful way. It's a win for us, the publisher. It's a win for the advertiser. And it's also a win for our DIRECTV's direct customers, those who are paying their subscription to get premium video, because they're going to get more relevant advertising. So it's a win-win-win across the board. So key learnings from using Amazon Publisher Cloud on AWS Cleanrooms. We have unlocked this many insights that we did not have on our audience and our supply. We have new tools to make sure that we are complying with privacy laws and that our data is secure and that we are honoring the relationship we have with our end customers by not messing with their data and not being promiscuous in terms of making money off of their data. And lastly, scaling audience intelligence. Now, when you have a very, very high value data asset, that you want to protect and you also want to share, it's hard to scale. You need to go one by one, making sure that our advertiser customers are ready to accept our intelligence, our first-party data, in a way that doesn't compromise our customer security. Now we have a technology platform where we can talk to many customers at the same time without jeopardizing data security and privacy, and that is going to be a very, very big differentiator for us in terms of scaling and unlocking our audience insights. And so I just want to wrap with this technology is going to change advertising. It already is changing advertising. We are seeing demand associated with data clean rooms. And I'm so happy to be working with the APC team and AWS clean rooms. And thank you very much. And I will pass to Talia.
Much. We're already past time, so I'm just going to pause on this slide very briefly. I promised you all you would learn something about privacy-enhanced advertising, something about data collaboration with minimal data movement, something about how advertising works. Hopefully you all feel like you learned all of that, but if you need a little bit more, then here's some resources for you. So there's some documentation resources, and we have 2 more sessions on AWS clean rooms happening tomorrow, so please attend them if you can. Also, please complete the survey for the session. We are a data-driven company, so we use this data to enable us to better understand how useful our sessions were, how informative the speakers were, et cetera. Really appreciate you all taking the time this morning with us.